Yay!
Stop messing about.
Well done.
Here we go. I did it.
You did? Well done.
I did. I need to dust this table.
You what?
I need to dust this table. Oh no, someone else. It's probably all my DIYing.
Are we live?
Oh, don't worry.
You didn't do the thingy, did you?
No, I'll do it now. There we go. It should be clear.
Turn it up so we can see. Hello.
It's a bit of a delay.
Hello. Oh, yeah, there is, isn't there?
But yeah, it's clearer.
Should clear it now.
Hi, Bernadette.
Hi, Bernadette.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Why are you talking like that?
What? So I always talk. Well, I was being...
Oh,
Oh, I know what you thought, but no, that's not what I was doing. I was saying a warm welcome to Bernadette. And
how you feeling?
yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, how are you feeling? I'm good. Are you? Are you all right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
How are you?
You join us here live.
You are joining us here live. We are the SGC, the Spiritual Guidance Centre. My name is Lee. Right beside me is Maria. And we are the faces of this beautiful little corner of the world. Good evening, Kathy.
Hi, Gabby. Hi, BB.
Hello and good day, good evening to you all. Have you been speaking to Wendy? You sound like she does. Good day.
Good day.
All is well.
Yeah, good.
That is good to know.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, what? I can't read that. Can I please get a message from spirits, please? It's been tough. My daughter has been...
Can't say that word.
No, I can't say that word. I'm doing my best as I can. It's hard. That is hard, isn't it? It's really hard.
I hope you got your daughter some help, Bernadette.
Yes, that's the most important thing. Get some help.
BB says, yes, I would love some Aussie influence over here.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's kind of, the importance, isn't it? Is getting some help in any sort of situation, particularly what you're talking about. You definitely need to seek some help for that. Yes, it's unfortunate. It's a sort of strange topic on here, isn't it? We can't. We're what's the word?
We're very limited.
Limited. Yeah.
To speak about because of the subject. So.
Yeah. She's getting out on too. Good. Teenage years are hard. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Susan from Ireland.
Hi, Susan.
Yes. Yes. Very hard.
Jeremax, we'd like a reading. Good evening, Jeremax.
Well, what we tend to do is have a little bit of a conversation, please.
We do. We normally start our shows with a bit of a chat with everyone, have a bit of a catch up, see how everyone's
doing. Yeah, and then we kind of get into it. So if you're able and willing to stay around for a little bit, then I'm sure we will come to you. Yeah.
Well, never.
And if you're new, then you might not have realised that Maria's voice is a bit croaky at the minute, but it's getting. I'm being polite. It's getting there. This is not how she normally talks.
I don't normally talk
Not trying to dampen the vibe. I know it's hard on. Yeah, it is. It's a very
It's more of a YouTube thing, Bernadette.
Yeah. So we want to watch. We don't say.
YouTube are very strict about conversations and
Guidelines.
topics
Yeah.
and words that you can and can't say. So I'm sorry. But that would be our advice, is just make sure she's getting the right help that she needs.
Yeah. Okay, that's best.
Yeah.
Yeah, so start a conversation with us. Ask us something general and, you know, what have you been up to? What's going on in your world? You know, that's kind of how we are. We just like to chit chat, really.
Yeah.
And then at some point we kind of feel there's.
You get drawn by those conversations then to do readings.
Yeah. You need to sit further in because.
Well, I'm trying to match your height.
Look, why are you bringing that up for? There's no need to bring that up, is there?
You know. It's because you always lean at the table.
Well, it's because I'm using it as a support mechanism. Well, sit properly, a bit closer, so that they can hear your voice.
Excuse me.
Is that in one of those, you know, those. How was your voice croaking?
It's a bit complicated.
Yeah. Let's not talk about us. Let's talk about you. See if everyone has a throat problem. Dude, is that right? Is that what you're experiencing? Because there's a bit of a sign there for you, and if that's the case these days. Yeah. Where in the world are you anyway, Jeremax? Are you UK based? Are you further afield? Yes. Oh, yeah, okay.
Sydney.
Wow. Okay. Not quite as close as I thought then. Maybe you've got family over here or links to this small little island. Well, it is comparison to Australia, isn't it?
Yeah. Australia's massive.
Yeah. What is it that you're wishing to say? If we're talking about that sort of topic.
Yes, to the UK.
Yeah. It feels like there's something you want to get off your chest. See, we only have to start talking, then all of a sudden we start getting the energies coming in and the vibrations, the connections. So, what is it that you've got on your chest that you need to talk about? Sometimes it's good just to offload a certain amount of, I don't know what the word is, just have a soundboard, you know? Sometimes it's easy to do that, isn't it? A lot to say. Well, say it then. Well, at least type it in that essence.
So much so that I can't explain.
Well, have a go. Just do a little bit. Compress it.
I'm going through a hard time, a lot of confusing, trying
to figure out things out. In what sense is life confusing you? Is it to do with this type of work? Is it to do with people in your life? Are you struggling with that? Same. Can't read that because there's a thing in the way.
Because I used to be a spiritual master as a kid.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So you find that I think that's what happens in life, though, isn't it? Because, you chose to leave. Yeah. I mean, life has to take its own path, and through one conscious decision after another, we tend to kind of step away from this, and then there's a draw or pull back in, and then you step away again, and it continually does that until at some point, if the energies are leveled and the consciousness is ready to receive the information and the guidance and all that sort of stuff, then therefore it kind of balances out and you become at a time to be ready to start again. And there isn't that push and pull and that fighting to be in it and not in it, be in it and not in it. Melissa, hi.
Hi, Melissa.
Susan, question. If you go to spirit world, do you have to reincarnate? Can you stay there? Going back to that, I can't figure out. I used to be very close to God and a very personal relationship with him. Yeah, well, every relationship in terms of your own relationship to your creator is your own personal responsibility to maintain to a certain degree. And again, it's the same thing. Life gets in the way, and therefore the understanding is that something has to take a step back for life to then take a step forward. I left because it was too easy.
So to be at first,
Hang on.
And all the things in my life was made easy.
Yeah.
I left because it was easy.
And no one knows.
I cannot tell anyone because who will listen?
Well, we've got big ears and happy to listen. If you want to write it down on here and express how you feel, you can put it down as many different messages as you like, but yeah, jot it away if you want. Hey Joe, good evening Maria and Lee and everyone. I hope you're well. Yes, we are. So going back to the question about
the spirit world, and can we choose to reincarnate or can we choose to stay?
I think you get a choice to stay, but I think the choice is, I don't want to put a time frame on it because there's no time over there, is there? You know, we create time. Construction, but yeah, it's kind of is. But you get to a point of where you're, when you've, okay, put it this way. If you've sat in a chair too long, you have a feel or an urge to get up and move, don't you? Because things start to feel, whilst once it was comfortable, that chair tends to feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm getting a bit sore, a bit achy, or you just want to have a change and you get up and move along. It's kind of like that, really. Yeah, or you get bored of where you're at, or you get pulled along by your teachers, your guides, your masters that come along and say, hey, come on, you've been here long enough now. It's time to move along. And that's what you do. And you get to choose what you want to do. You know. Interesting question, though. Who said that?
Maybe it's Susan.
Oh, was it?
On Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember which one it was. Susan Mason. Would you choose to come back? It's very difficult because
you're not constrained by the human emotions, are you?
I was going to say, and if you're feeling like you're having a hard time and your natural instinct says, oh gosh, I don't want to come back and do this again. But of course your perspective changes when you go back home.
Yeah. And you get to see it for all the beauty of what it is. And therefore you get to see and understand the lessons, the choices, and all the rest of it rolled into one. And then you get to go, oh, okay, well, maybe I can do it differently this way around or that way around or whatever. So I used to be spiritual, a master, and I chose to leave the guru because it was too easy for me. And now I find people that do the same stuff, but it was made easy for me, and they need to be successful. Who needs to be successful? People that you're talking to. Stuff, but it was made easy for me. And then so are you saying you find it easy to do now, or it was easy to do then, and are you struggling to do it now? Or are you just saying, and I can give help with what they need, but I don't understand others? That's a bit of I'm lost in that sentence. I can give help with what they need, but I don't understand others. What is it you don't understand in others?
It's easy to then, but don't want to go back because no one cares about me.
See, I mean, it's kind of like your life and your spiritual life. They kind of do run in parallel. So, the first sort of thing I'm kind of asking here, and I can assist them a lot. Yeah, a lot of people do help and assist people. But I'm just kind of wondering what the no one cares about me kind of question, because I'm just wondering where that's sitting with you. And where did that come from? But I won't help them because they don't want me to help them, and I don't care to go back because not sure.
I think, because we in our conversations we've said that sometimes people, you're right, sometimes people don't want to be helped.
No.
Because that's not where they are on their life's journey. And I think we have to remember that everyone's on a different path, they're on a different journey, so we can't assume everyone is meant to be doing the same thing, believing the same thing, and walking the same path, because we're not all meant to be doing that.
No.
I want to go back to being what I was a decade ago, a spiritual master. I feel like people don't believe me because of how I was back then. I don't care to help people, that's the point.
Well, you see, that's the point right there, isn't it? If you don't care to help people, and you're saying that's the point, why are you worried about it? I mean, there's a certain level of empathy that you have to have when you're working with people, because
you have to connect with them on some sort of level.
And if you're the spiritual master that you're saying you are, then you will understand that there is empathy and care needed when working with people. So I'm kind of,
because there are people out there that generally do want to help. You can't tar everybody with the same brush.
No, it sounds like you've had a real bad experience or something, or I'm not quite sure what's happened. Can you help me with this? Well, yeah, that's what we're trying to talk to you about it now.
Talk it through with you.
Try and talk it through with you, because from a spiritual perspective, we have to learn empathy, and not just from a spiritual but a personal life lessons as well. Oh, a lot, don't worry. A lot, but don't worry. Huh? Oh, a lot, but don't worry. Now that's kind of saying I'm all right, but don't ask me. I'm okay, thank you very much. And that's kind of like, this is the point. It's kind of like self-help, isn't it? And if you've given an opportunity to talk and explain and say, look, what's on your mind, get it off your chest, talk it through, see if there's a way in which we can help with how much information that you give us, we can try and talk to you about it. But that's what we're trying to say, is there's a level of empathy needed, but there's also a level of independent thinking as well needed to be spiritual, because you kind of do have to be a little bit selfish into a certain degree, because you have to realize that who you're helping and what you're trying to do to others in terms of giving them the help, you can't take on their own issues, whatever it is that they're carrying around with them.
I got stuck. Okay, follow my thought process. I help people because they want help. Now I feel like helping the people. Now what do? Do I help? I'm stuck with my actions. Why to do any action? Especially since I achieved so much.
Firstly, I want to say to you, stop thinking about how things were 10 years ago or whatever it is. Because again, you're doing the same thing. You're tying yourself to the same brush of how you used to be. The person that shaped you back then is now shaped you who you are today. And you're two different people. But if you generally want to help people, then the simple question is help people. But come from a place of, I want to help and I'm there to help. But we have to walk that tightrope of, we are trying our best to help people that are maybe in a vulnerable situation. Maybe their state of mind isn't as solid as maybe ours should be, because life experience has given them certain experiences to try and get through. And then therefore we kind of learn from those experiences. And yes, sometimes, when you say help people, we call them Joe Public because they're out in the Joe Public world, RC, what I want to do now. So what I'm trying to say to you is like from those life experiences in which you've gone through, it shapes who you are. So sometimes we do have a bit of a need for our own self-development. Hence, I'm wondering if that's what's happened to you. You've stepped out of the ring of the helping world and you've needed to concentrate on yourself a little bit. But there's also a draw. Your higher self is pulling you back in to say, well, don't forget, you were here, well, not here, but part of the reason of why you're here might be to help people. So don't forget that little aspect. That's really, really important. So follow that thought process. What can I do? Where can I help people? What's going on? We definitely don't want to go in with an egotistical mind of saying, I was really good at this and I'm really good at that, and therefore that's how I see myself, because you're not that person anymore. You still may have very good gifts to give the world, but let them come through and stop comparing yourself to how things were. You're the individual now. So if you've got something to offer the world and offer people and help them, then that should come with no ties, as in, I don't want to be sort of working in a situation where I don't want to help people or there's a confrontation thing going on. So the idea really is to get that inner balance within yourself, and then therefore you can work through your own stuff, whichever it is that's kind of blocking you moving forward. Which is why when we said earlier about the voice thing, what is it that are you being truthful to yourself? Are you being honest to yourself? Have you got someone around you that tells you how it is instead of what you want to hear? Because the best persons to be around, the people, the ones that are going to say, you might see it this way, but in actual fact, things are different now, and if you want to sort of walk the talk and do that sort of thing, then you have to live it. You have to breathe it. It has to be part of who you are, because that's the point. It comes to a fruition in your life where you then let it out and you become the person you're meant to be. So it's very hard balancing all this up, but equally, it's important to find your roots within this. And it's hard when you might not have the people around you who you think you can trust enough to talk to that will give you an honest opinion without any attachments to it, just literally having a conversation, and maybe sometimes we need to hear that. We need to hear that honesty that says, actually, you might think it's this, but actually it's that. And that can kind of shock the mind a little bit, because where you're at to where you think you're at is two different things. Start off small. If you want to help people, start off small. Maybe there is a local church you can go to and offer some help to give healing to people, or be in a situation where you can offer a kind ear to someone who might have some troubles that they need to talk about stuff. There's sort of different solutions to things out there. It's not always, as straightforward as we think it is. Yeah.
I don't agree. Oh, yes.
I have been texting a male friend only for about 6 months. We got to meet face to face for about 6 hours. On his way back to his home, he died suddenly in a car. I think yes. Yeah. I remember now. There must be a reason for a very short special connection. Yeah, I'd imagine that there is, but then that's something that you need to do your internal dialogue with yourself. It's almost like saying, we've never met that person, or you for that instance. So for us to tell you those special connections of which you've felt you experience with would be kind of doing an injustice to yourself, but But I would urge you to go within and remember those conversations. Maybe you needed to have those conversations with that person, and maybe you needed to express, because again, we don't know what it is that was said within those 6 hours, what you talked about, what it is that how you expressed the world to be. And maybe that gave you enough of an indication as to how you wanted to live your life.
I think the other thing to remember is, as much as other people are playing a part in our lives, we're also playing a part in their lives. So it might not necessarily be that you needed something from this gentleman. It might have been that he needed something from you before he then passed.
And you have to understand about passings as well, you know, in the context of, from a spiritual perspective, because we all have an understanding of kind of how it works. Our perspective is, as horrendous as it is to hear of a passing, that soul's choice is that soul's choice to then choose to leave, to go back home. No matter what or when or who was involved, it was that decision the higher self had agreed upon to then agree to come home. And that's difficult to get your head around, you know, because what we'd ideally like to think is we are born, we live to a ripe old age, and we get tucked up into our beds, and, you know, we gently drift away in our sleep, and that's how life is. And our belief systems around us show us that that's what we expect from a life to be led. But of course, we don't live in that kind of idealistic world, you know. It does change.
Sorry, didn't mean to turn it off.
It's all right.
It just felt like it was making my face really white.
No, so.
Wow.
So it must have had a deep impact within you then. And that's a big thing to share, Melissa. So, you know, really appreciate your honesty there. You know, there was clearly some connection, whether you call it love, I don't know, I'm not going to put a name tag on it, you know, but you felt enough to be connected enough to be able to, you know, conjoin yourselves. You know, and I completely understand, because this is going to probably play a large role in your life now of how you get through this, you know, and how do you move on, and how do you then continue to have a life without the person who you thought this was it with? And that's not easy, is it? That's going to be really difficult, you know. I think the thing is as well, you kind of remember certain aspects, but the thing about the mind is it kind of alters things over a period of time. It kind of, you know, it conforms thoughts and feelings into something that it might not have actually been like. You know, you might have remembered it this way, but actually it wasn't quite like that. And our mind does that to slow the impact of the shock, you know, and over time, you know, it's what they say, don't they? People always say, you know, time's a great healer, you know, but in actual fact, you're learning to live with yourself again. That's what you're doing, you know. I've had friend
I've had friends
pass after knowing them for 30 years or more. This is very difficult. I feel so alone in this. And that's what I'm saying. It's not an easy thing to get your head through, get your head round. It's going to take a long time because of the impact it's had on you. You know, the thought, I presume, of finding somebody and then feeling like that person's been taken away from you makes you feel, as you've just said it, alone, you know. But we don't know what's down the road right now in terms of what your life will lead to, go to, and become. So if you had a desire to live a fulfilling life, you know, would you say it's in your honor and your duty to do that to yourself? Or would you think it's more about honoring someone because they passed, and therefore you kind of get tied up in the thought process of, actually, I'm doing this for them. And it shouldn't be about that. It should be about yourself. It should be about saying to yourself, this happened. It was a really, really hard, difficult experience to go through. I'm still reeling from the shock of it all. But I know life continues, and I know that my path ahead of me hasn't been fully expressed to me, and I'm still following my heart. I'm still following what I need to do. And that's kind of what anyone else can really do, isn't it, really? It's difficult. It's so difficult. And I kind of feel like, we put this out there for not just doing live readings and connecting with people on any level, but it gives people an opportunity to say, I'm not alone. There's people here that wish to talk, and the floor's yours. I don't quite know what happened to Jeremax, but I don't know. Maybe he's sat in the background. I don't know. No idea.
But everyone's gone quiet. They're all still there.
Are you all still there with us? Are you still listening, or are you kind of trying to understand what it is that we're talking about? I just don't think at the minute you will fully understand, because I think you're trying to grasp why, Melissa, this person who you met has gone. I feel like yes, taking it all in. Thanks, baby. I feel like I need to know why this happened.
That's it.
Travis wouldn't want me to be feeling like this. I thank you for hearing me, and it means a lot. Jacqueline Garvey McIlroy. Good evening, guys. Hope you're well. Yes, well, thank you. Joe's still listening. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's never going to be easy. You're going through grief, no matter which way you look at it. That's ultimately what it is. But coupled with that is, you feel like there's a future that's been taken away from you. That's kind of how it comes across. Like the potential future that you could have had has now been took away. And then you say, well, what do you do with that? How do you move forward from that realization of what's happened? And yes, you're right. I don't think for a moment that Travis would have wanted you to be felt like this at all. In fact, I would think, from my perspective, I feel now, knowing what and how spirit communicate, they would want you to live a fulfilling life, a meaningful life, a life that's meant to be lived.
Including Travis.
Yeah. And then therefore, if you were to finally move on at some point in your life, whenever that happens, and hope that happens, because again, I'm pretty sure I don't think Travis would want you to live a life on your own, feeling the loss of him, when actual fact, if we thought for a moment we misunderstood what that initial shock was, that impact, and how it was made, and thought, well, actually, have you kind of misunderstood that? Like, I'm supposed to be now in the depths of despair for grief for however long, the rest of my life. I don't think that would happen. I think actually you kind of need to get through this and realize how special those moments you shared together, and be thankful for him showing up in your life and being that person who was there for you, to show you compassion, love, caring, conversations, whatever it is.
I think for me that would pose an interesting question, and you don't have to literally answer, Melissa, but it would pose an interesting question as to what were previous relationships like.
Yeah.
Prior to Travis.
Yeah.
And was Travis trying to show you a glimpse of something different? And it may not have meant to have been for you and him to then continue.
Do you hear that?
I did hear that click, yeah. But he was just briefly showing you that relationships can actually be completely different.
And maybe you should strive to look for that.
Yeah.
Maybe he was showing you that this is how it could be or should be in life. Don't get too hung up on the kind of physical loss of what he may have represented, but look at what the aspects of who he represented, and then therefore think to yourself,
beauty of the message he was showing you.
yeah, the inner beauty within yourself, and realize that, you know, you need to be looking for that person when you're ready, whenever you're ready, and presumably that person will come along at some point when you're ready. But there's still challenges ahead for you to look for that person that says, you know, did it show me a different way from my other previous relationships? Is this going to be something that I need to look for, aim for even, and then therefore chase after, you know, until you find that person that gets you, that understands you, that you can talk to and, you know, have conversations with.
It's easier to read it out better than...
Yeah, because that's living. I know I'll get through this. I'm so grateful I got to spend those special hours with him. His message, I think, to love myself and how much I'm worth. Then if you've sussed out half the understanding of what it means, then that's what you have to do to not just honour what you recognise within him, but recognise what you should be looking at within yourself. And maybe you just needed that. You needed to see that, feel it, know it, understand it, and then say, well, that's what I'm looking for. Because, as we've just said, in past relationships, maybe you didn't. And maybe that's what you needed to change within yourself. Only you can answer that. And obviously, that's entirely up to you whether or not you say that on here or not. I don't know. Oh, it's very deep tonight, isn't it? Wow.
Bit slow with comments as well, isn't it?
Yeah. If you've got a comment, please say something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Oh, thanks, Jackie.
Hope you have a speedy recovery with your throat.
It's not quite as speedy as I'd like it to be.
Yeah. I'm all right.
What's all right?
Thanks for asking, Jackie. Jacqueline. Jacqueline.
Where does it? Jackie.
There's a Q in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Swiftly.
Huh?
Swiftly.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose we should ask the question. Okay. I won't ask them. So how are you taking it, mister? I think you'll find my name's Sir, not Mister. So you can play that game.
Still wants a message.
Who?
Bernadette. You knew what you were going to ask.
Yeah,
But
she did, didn't she?
Bernadette Psychic. Thank you so much for your advice, guys. Ask any question you want me to ask.
I want you to ask yourself
It's
this.
the other way round.
Yeah.
You're
Now you understand me.
You've been elevated.
Yes.
Your Highness.
That's very regal of you. Yeah, I think you can't, like I say, you got that the wrong way around. You need to be asking yourself these questions, you know, in aspects of, you know, again, look at your past relationships, look at them with an honest eye, not one that's like blinkered, and say, is there a thread of understanding going on in my life that might have said, well, maybe I didn't put myself first in enough of the relationships. Maybe, I don't know, for argument's sake, you hear a lot of this where people are walked over, not treated well, not as well as they'd liked, they didn't have the voice to say those sort of things, and then therefore you can evaluate that now moving forward and say, I could work on this area of myself. That's what it showed me. That's what those hours showed me. And then the possibility of what that might bring into my future, into my life, you know? I'm going to pull a card, I think, for Bernadette, because she asked for a card. So I will do exactly that. I hope you're still there, Bernadette.
Sure she will be. It's Jackie can be such a
Report.
she can have a 5 cards back.
Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay, so Bernadette, your card is forgiveness and understanding, and I think that's quite apt, really, considering what you said earlier about what's going on around you. The key sort of wording here is firstly forgiveness. You know, forgive yourself and those around you. Look for forgiveness in others and be forgiving. And then coupled with that is the understanding of why and what has happened and why we need to understand certain things. I don't know if you've got a drive within yourself that says, I'm the sort of person that needs to know things, know information. I need to understand how things are. If anything like me, my brain needs information, and kind of like the more I get, the better I can understand situations, which is why a lot of the time we say, you know, talk to us on here. Don't just do one-worded responses and replies, because it doesn't help. You know, my brain just doesn't work that way. But I think the understanding of not just your surroundings, but kind of a wider aspect, the world around you. You know, once you get a greater understanding around you, you can then be that leading light for others to look to help them look for forgiveness in themselves and the understanding of what they're going through in their own lives. I hope that makes sense. You got a card? Okay. I shall leave it there. Thank you, both. Why are these upside down? That's not right. I might have done. They're all upside down.
Bernadette says me too. I would definitely continue to work on forgiveness.
Yeah. You kind of need to, really. But
I think like that card said, though, it's like, it's coming from a place of understanding, not judgment. Because I do feel so often like when we're looking at past situations and the people in our lives, as we quite often come at it from a judgmental point of view rather than trying to understand it from the other person's perspective.
And that's the tricky thing, isn't it? Because you have to kind of assimilate yourself as being the person looking in.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not easy. I've shut the world off for now. I've been going within and working on myself. Well,
that's good.
That's really good. I mean, it clearly shows that the card's connected with you, and that's what the energy associated to you and around you. You know?
Don't shut yourself away forever.
No, and don't forget, it's not just about forgiving yourself and those around you. It's also those that have hurt you. You have to forgive as well. That's the biggest difficult one, is getting to a point of being able to forgive someone for what they've done to you. And then being able to see it from a different perspective, you know. It's not easy, people, doing stuff like that. That inner work that we do, it's so hard. Is there anybody out there anyone else that would like a card? Happy to do a card? Happy to ask a question if you wish. Anything on your mind, just say so. I certainly can't read that down there. I'm dealing with custody stuff. My child has been exposed to a lot that she shouldn't have. My ex called me lazy. That's I'm not achieving anything in life, or because I'm sick. It's hard, isn't it? You know, when you talk about those sort of issues going on around you, it's really hard to look for the forgiveness side of things.
No news. You confused us.
You did. We know your real name.
We do.
We won't tell anybody though. Melissa, past relationships was 20 years ago. Many years of verbal abuse. I need to find myself again, and with Travis' help and guidance, I will find that again. Thank you, guys. You see, it kind of, you have to look bigger than what's going on around you. And if we don't sometimes prod and poke you to enable you to look past those certain immediate situations and say, look further down the line, what happened with other relationships? And then you kind of get to see a bigger, wider perspective on things. And that enables you to go, oh, yeah, I wasn't looking at it like that. I didn't see it like that. So, yeah, thanks, Melissa, for saying that. It does help. Having the feedback, I mean. I'll take a card. Where are you taking it to?
Somewhere nice, I hope.
Ah. He works in healthcare. It's disappointing. That's really difficult, isn't it? Because someone who is verbally abusive that works in the healthcare profession, you wouldn't think fits hand in hand. Because, you know,
they're meant to be caring.
Yeah, they're meant to be caring and they're meant to look after the health. And yet clearly that person is not working in that environment. Okay. No news. We're pulling for no news? He's still there, no news. Just in case you left. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Many times today. I know there's a delay. Oh, you dropped that.
Dropped half a pack.
Well, maybe you're doing a 10-card pull for no news then.
No.
Yeah.
I can't reach it.
Where is it?
It's got over by you.
Hey? No, hang on. Excuse me a minute, people.
How far away is it?
What do you mean?
How far I've walked?
There we go. Hi, good evening to you both. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Hi, Susan. Good evening.
Still waiting on no news to respond.
No talkie, no cardi.
No talkie, no cardi. Put the cake down and come and talk. I'm not having a cake. Can't do anything till you say yeah or nay. So. You're not here. She must have dashed in and dashed back out. So that's what we ask. We ask you guys to, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, Jackie. Yeah. What was it again?
Just call her Jackie. I think you agreed last time.
What did I agree?
Previously. Just call her Jackie.
Okay, Jackie.
Because you can't say Jackie.
I do, I forget. So let's call her Jackie. Yeah, it's kind of like fate. A card falls out unexpectedly that you weren't supposed to pull. And don't forget, cards are like tools and spirit do influence them. So, you know, we might think we're butterfingers and drop stuff, but generally, if a card falls out, it generally means that. Yeah. But
I do find that, like, even if they don't literally fall to the ground, like you'll shuffle and one will suddenly pop out.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't fall, it like sticks right out.
Yeah.
From the back.
No one would think a person that works in health would be abusive. That's how they get away with it for so long. Never judge a book by its cover.
Either way, though, because sometimes, like, you can come across somebody and they might be all tattooed up and they've got piercings in there.
Oh, you mean they look thuggish in that response?
Yeah, we could judge them as,
Yeah, and yet they could be the most kindest, gentlest soul.
They could be the most beautiful, soul-wise. They could be the most beautiful person in the world. And yet, people that we would sue would be loving and caring. What do I call it? A wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, that's what they say, isn't it? Yeah, remember that, people. It's an interesting lesson.
Yeah. I remember years ago, somebody once told me, actually about this work, spiritual work, and somebody once told me that not everyone that claims to be spiritual is a nice person.
No. I told you that.
No, sorry, I was before me.
Well, I told you again.
Oh, yeah, before you.
I am known as Jackie. My pet name is actually... Oh. I polished that nickname up, but wear it with pride. A warm welcome to you, Jackie. BB says, I guess everyone has bad days. People have admitted to me that they can be unkind to their patients. Yeah.
We're only human, aren't we? We can get frustrated at the world, at our job, at the person in front of us. You know.
Yeah.
That is the other way to look at it. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. I upset you all the time.
Well, this is true. Yeah. Learn the lessons.
Don't you upset me? It's just that's not even.
I don't spend years learning this stuff to teach you, and then you don't listen. Yeah. So I read that, haven't we?
Yeah.
I thought they were new.
No. This was funny.
Yeah. It's kind of that thing, isn't it? Like you kind of are aware of people. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes we forget that intuition within ourselves, and we think, why do I feel like there's something not quite right? Or and then we see them acting like they're really good people, etc. and stuff. Trust your instincts. Perfection is in the eye of the beholder. I couldn't agree with you more. BB. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, if you don't see perfection in yourself, let's put it this way, no one's going to see it. So it kind of goes with that old setting, doesn't it? You know, when you think about, it's my favourite saying about opinions on people. You know, you're not everyone's cup of tea, are you? Not everybody's going to like you.
You're not meant to be.
Yeah, God, no, absolutely. You're not supposed to be. But those that do kind of get and understand where you're coming from, they kind of see through, what's the word? You know, the imperfections. Yeah, they kind of see through that, and they see the person who you're meant to be, and they're the ones that you think, yeah, they understand, you know. But again, you can come across all walks of life at any point in time, and you can go and, well, I don't like you, they might not like you, and there's a clash of personalities, whatever. That's fine. It's how life is, isn't it?
Yes.
We do like input on this program. So if you're on our channel and you're watching us, take that moment to input, talk. There we go.
Oh, Bernadette.
What's she wrote here?
I'll wait for it to come out.
I love when people don't like me. It shows I'm doing something right. I trigger something in them that they need to heal. Apart from them, they've neglected. Apart from them, a part of them that they feel they've neglected.
To a degree.
There is that to a degree. It's not always the case, you know. But yeah, of them. Yeah. Because let's be honest, you might be having a bad day. You know? And
It's
you
just
could.
what we were just saying, and
Yeah.
nobody's perfect.
No one's perfect. But if you catch you on the right day and then everything's hunky dory, have they actually missed anything, or is it just one of those times or one of those moments? Depends if they see it for that as well. You know, I bet not everybody will see it as a need to heal within themselves, something that is shown from them from their perspective. I bet they won't see it like that. Yeah, because not everyone does, do they? They don't kind of walk this path. They don't see it that way. I've got nothing to lose. I've been through hell and back. Yeah, but does that mean that you can be... No, let's put this in another way. Does that give you an opportunity or the right to be a certain way because you've been through hell and back? Or do you feel that you are actually quite a generous, kind hearted, caring, loving person who doesn't hold anything negative within themselves? I bet you can't answer that honestly. Because the honest answer is... What do you think the honest answer is? Yeah.
I know. I was going to say, yeah.
We all have that part in us.
There's, I would say, almost the majority of people have been through some sort of situation that's made their life particularly difficult.
I'm not prideful. I am caring. Yeah. Jackie says, I think someone's opinion of me is none of my business, as it's their opinion and they're entitled to it. Yeah, I agree. And who do you need someone else's opinion to validate who you are? You don't, do you? If someone doesn't like me, that's okay with me. That's their choice, not mine. Yeah, kind of people are getting the same theme here, aren't they? You know.
Which is good. It's good that
you see that.
have an understanding of that.
Yeah, because not everybody sees that, because people take that personally.
They do.
They go, why can't you like me? What have I done wrong? What's going wrong with me? You know, they bring it all back to them, and they shouldn't. They should just say, that's your view on the world. That's how you see something.
Have a nice life.
Have a nice life. Yeah. You know, you have to take it with a pinch of salt. People, because it's that thing, isn't it? The old thing.
Even we get it on here. Well, we have had it like on Facebook. Where,
people. Yeah.
They're just like,
They kind of give you abuse or verbal abuse, and we just say,
orthodox back.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Block.
interesting.
Delete. You know, because you don't want those sort of people around you or in your life. You know. There's too many keyboard warriors out there.
I'm not quick enough on the keyboard to be a keyboard.
I'm not either. I'd spend half an hour. Listen here, I'm going to respond to you in a minute.
I'll come back in a minute. Or an hour.
Be an hour. If someone doesn't like... Yeah, that's what you've just... Have I just reread that or what?
Yeah.
Well, why did that move?
I don't know. Oh, it moved down there. Not up there. Now it's come up.
Mind you, I'm so likeable. How could they not? Yeah. Do you struggle getting through doorways? Ed? Only joking. We're only being joyful. We're not being horrible. Anybody else want a card by the way, whilst we're sitting here having this lovely conversation on this Wednesday evening? It is Wednesday, isn't it?
That's how far behind it is. We just did that with the head thing, so it's quite a bit behind.
Yeah. We'd have thought we're doing a live reading sort of show.
And it's like 5 minutes behind.
And it's 5 minutes behind, and we've barely done any readings. We just started talking all night.
It's just another talking night.
Do you like us talking, by the way? Because we're happy to talk. We just need to know your input, you know? What is it that you desire from us? What would you like to have more of? It's not about Paul, is it, really?
Well,
It depends what they say.
we can't do the whole through
No, but you know what I mean. If we can ask it live now,
If
with
we
those.
were direct for YouTube only, we could do an actual poll.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I'm asking those that are watching to write something that says, oh, I'd like to see more of this, or I like more conversations because it's quite informative, or whatever. You know,
Bernadette likes both reading and the talking.
reading and talking. Yeah, that's good to know.
That's a shame. We just missed out. Lee was going to start doing some magic tricks.
Yes, be amazed what my magic tricks are like.
Yeah. Make a card disappear.
Yeah, I can make me disappear. Watch this. I'm still in it.
Yeah.
Or is it for spiritual chats? Yeah, that's nice.
I suppose the thing about having conversation is that everybody can
Gets
get
an input.
involved. Whereas, you know, if we're just doing the reading, it's
People
just
sit
one
back,
person,
don't they? Yeah.
So I guess it's nice to have a bit of both.
I do quite like both, you know, readings and chats. But I find it more interesting when people engage with us. I like listening to the readings and the banter. We like the banter too, Jackie. You know, there's no denying that. It kind of, you can have a nice laugh with that, can't you?
Yeah, Melissa's still waiting for us to do our show outdoors. Yes, Lee.
I'm still, ain't me that's holding it up.
Yes.
I don't think so. I like chats and readings too. Yeah. We can do an outdoorsy one. It's got to have tint in it.
Yeah.
We'll go and find one of those, what are they called? Receivers. So we get a good signal.
I did last time we tried it. I was with a different phone.
Yeah.
Mobile phone network,
Yeah.
which was a bit rubbish. Maybe we'd have better luck this time.
Yeah. How do you know there's a rain season? That's usually April, isn't it? We're past the rain season.
No, it always rain all winter. Even one about.
Shh. Shh. Do you guys ever get? Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
we did. We did one.
We did one.
Yeah.
So a couple of months back.
If you joined us in the community page on YouTube, you know, Jackie. That's cue for everyone else sitting out there watching, going, what community page? There's a community tab linked to our page where you can post pictures, you can talk about whatever's going on, and if we're around, we will interact with you throughout the week. Like I said, Mac D's.
Mackie D's.
Mackie D's. I'm not sitting in Mackie D's
car park. I really have a spiritual show outside with a pig.
Yeah.
Sat in the back.
Watching the local youths do donuts in their cars. No. Spinning round and round.
Don't watch us in a McFlurry.
Yeah. Have you got anything? Yeah. I've got chocolate in mine. What you got? No, what me from? Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I like that thinking, Melissa. Mackie D's has got great Wi-Fi. Oh dear. That does pose a question. Where else do you get great Wi-Fi?
It's got free.
Oh, great. Let's go sit in the car park. Spiritual mung bags. What's that? What's a spiritual mung bag? I don't know. I thought that was a bean bag. Aren't mung beans bean bags? This has took a turn, isn't it? Where are we going now? Our library's over here.
No, let's talk in the library.
Yeah, shh. Let's be very quiet.
It's when people eat on video and discuss
Oh.
whatever they're chewing. I could do that, baby.
No, don't. You'll be there after evening.
It would be much conversation.
Yeah. So our libraries here have got free Wi-Fi.
I don't do any exist anymore even. Oh, they closed
I
most
presume.
of them down.
Well, I don't know. Is Melissa UK based or is she abroad?
I think she was New Zealand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might not work here then. We used to have loads of libraries. Now we haven't got
I
anything.
don't think I'd got any left.
Ours do.
Yeah, that's right, New Zealand.
Right. Yeah, no. That's. They probably charge you these days for that.
It seems to be entertaining to some. Look it up, I think I spell it right. Manga Banks.
Long bangs. Never heard of that way before, but okay. You're right. When I eat, I have a silver knife and fork. And the butler usually brings it.
It's not me.
Jeeves usually comes along about 5. Says, what, oh boy? Time for some din-dins. Don't forget you're going live this evening.
Oh, we could go down to Joe. Our library's got internet.
Our library has free internet. It's a long old jaunt to go down to Joe.
A tour of free internet. Science.
Okay, I got off topic. I apologise. It's all your fault, BB. It's fine. Now we're going to go to Joe's and we're going to go and get cake. See, now look, we're back to food again. What sort of live readings is this? I ain't pulled a card yet. Well, I pulled one, didn't we? No one's asked for a card. In fact, that person from Sydney's left and never come back. Do hope we help them. But what can you do? Oh dear. We're sat here waiting to work. No one wants a card. Or
you could sit close enough, your next door neighbours. Oh no, everybody's got a secured internet, Melissa. You have to put a password in, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah, we can tell what you do though. You know.
Drive around the neighbourhood.
Yeah. They've got really good speed. Let's sit next to them. What was I gonna? Yeah, I was going to ask you a question, baby. If that's okay. So, you know the meditation you did you look into that properly? Because we wanted feedback, or I wanted feedback. And did it help?
Sure, ask away. Just did.
I just did. It's just delayed. It's coming to you now. Right, guys, got to go to work. It's 7 a.m. Thursday morning here.
Have a good day.
Oh, crikey, 7 a.m. Yeah, have a fantastic day. Remember, you get in what you put out. So have a fantastic day. I don't know what you're doing, by the way, but, you know.
Hopefully it's something nice.
And in doing so, I will create...
Did you read the first bit of a message?
Yes, I did. Oh, I felt it was telling me to shine my light. and in doing so, I will create sparkles of light around others. Ah, and to follow my curiousness. Curiousness? Is that what you mean? So where are you going with your torch then? Yes, my curiosities. Yeah. So tell me, where are you shining your curiosities?
Must be about soul. This soul light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Yeah.
In relation to my grandchildren.
Oh, okay. I can't remember what that bit was. What does that say?
How it's about.
Oh. How I'm sharing what I know about stuff with them. Oh, are you? That's interesting. How are they reacting to it? And how I interact with others. Yeah, and how do you feel that you interact with others? Would you like a review? Again, it's just an opinion. But when you interact with us on here, it's actually quite good. You know, your reaction time is really good. You're attentive, you listen, you kind of add information to the topic of discussion. So, yeah, they listen and don't really respond. Well, there might be a bit young. Yeah. Hey?
We're frozen. It's glitchy.
Oh, yeah. We won't glitch it then. Sorry, people. Can't do that.
It's trying to put a good head on their shoulders.
The next generation. Difficult. We've gone again, apparently. Have we gone or have we actually lost the internet? Oh no. Well, someone didn't want me to continue. Oh.
The internet.
No, it's just a glitch. It's just the way
It's
it works.
really vicious. It's gone
Yeah.
again.
Has it gone again?
Yeah. Yeah, it's glitchy and beepy.
Yeah. Not a lot you can do about that. Just work with it, not against it. Yeah.
Joe said you're back now.
I didn't go anywhere. Yeah. You're back now. I'm back now. We're back now. There must be a lot of activity going on online then. Well, that is what I took from it. I often see 3 guides behind me when I meditate. 2, and I have to ponder about the significance of having 3 behind me most of the time. My internet glitches when weather's bad and it's windy and rainy.
It's wet.
Wet and windy here in Glasgow. Oh, you're in Glasgow. You've probably mentioned that before, but
Probably, yeah. I think, yeah.
there's not
Several times.
there's not a chance I'd remember that, but you know. Well, as we said before, maybe the 3 working with you are actually your immediate ones around you. You probably have many more in your group of
Definitely
family
have.
working with you. Yeah. We just don't particularly know all of them because there's not a necessity to know all of them. What that tends to do is put labels on things and conflict things about where our thoughts and minds should be. So just let them do what they need to do and you do what you need to do. You're aware of them, that's fine.
So those are the ones that make me aware.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones that you're allowed to see. Yes, you read my mind, Lee. Did I? That's because
I'm a mind reader.
I'm psychic. I think it's interesting though, isn't it? Knowing, you're not alone. You've got friends working with you in the spiritual realm.
Good, yes, I know feeling is always unconditional love.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think it's nice to have that understanding that that's what they're offering and that's what they're giving. Really, at the end of the day, you're trying to connect on that unconditional love energy. Keep working with it. Let it grow, let it develop.
It's like a muscle. You've got to work it out.
Yeah,
Strength.
you have to. Well, I think as it is getting a little bit glitchy and
A little bit quiet.
things have gone a little bit quiet for us this evening, we will say to those who are sitting here waiting and watching, if you can give us a like, a thumbs up and a subscribe, that would really help us. This is we're going to sign off a little bit early.
Yeah.
We want to thank you all for joining us this evening. It's been a pleasure. It's been lovely to be able to sit and connect and talk to you all.
We love being here, don't we?
We do,
love being
yeah.
Here. We love doing what we do. We
Yeah.
love connecting with you guys.
It really is a wonderful space to be in. So as the week develops ahead, look after yourself, think positively, joyfully, and hopefully we will see you soon. Take care.
You know.